I feel the cool breeze, it's such a lovely tease.
You're up.
Hey everybody, welcome to our Posca Paint Party, and today we are painting dolphins. Drew's going to show you how to paint a dolphin, and we want to thank Posca USA for making this possible. And just to let you know, one of you people on this party today is going to win this box of paint pens, and we will let you know who the winner is later today. Take it away, Drew.
All right, everybody. Really excited to do this today. One of my favorite things to paint is dolphins. Of course, being a surfer, I'm always noticing all the sea life around me, and everything from sharks to whales to sea lions to fish, and the most predominant is definitely dolphins. I mean, dolphins are always swimming by and popping up. Sometimes they really scare you when they swim right under you, and then other times they're like whole pods of them and they just gently swim underneath you. And so as a surfer, I feel very lucky to be so close to some of these animals and get to enjoy them. And so, of course, I've added them in so many of my paintings over the years. And so that's what we're going to be working on today. And if we can bring up the sketch of one of my paintings called Creation, let's see if we can bring that one up. And it'll show you an idea of how I start my paintings. And you can see they're quite a mess. You see my dolphins in there, and the dolphins, everything's swimming out of the centerpiece, all the nature. And of course the dolphins are doing that. And I think there's one of the paintings started somewhere in here. This is Jillian doing this for us.
Thank you, Jillian. So if you can find the photo of it being painted. So while Jillian's doing that, I wanted to ask everybody to, in the chat, put your name and where you're from if you haven't done that already. It's fun for us to see where you're all from.
Yeah, and so here's the painting started of the dolphins. And you can really see how my technique of painting that I've been showing you guys really allows you to complete a painting, even in one as complicated as this. There's a lot going on, but you can see I'm just going through the process. I think at this point I'm doing the light blue to light green to white phase, and you can see the dolphins are starting to emerge out. And then let's go all the way to the end and see how these things end up. And we're not going to do anything this elaborate today. We're just going to focus on the dolphins themselves. But, you know, dolphins are fun. I like to draw them coming at you. So a lot of like forced perspective. And there's that painting completed. And you can see from the sketches kind of like my little map. And then from outwards from there, I just build the colors up and focus on one little area at a time. And next thing you know is it's all complete and you have this like really cool painting. And this painting was actually really small. It's called Creation. It's only 2 feet by 2 feet. So just 24 inches, and which is kind of a small painting for me to do that's this complicated. It should have been twice that size in order to do maybe a better job. But anyway, that's enough of that. Let's go right into sketching. So I kind of have a new plan today. I'm getting better at this. I have a little bit better setup for us. Here, this is like the little mini surfboards that I have for everyone to paint. And so I want to do a design similar to this. So we have kind of like a broad version of a dolphin and a slightly like coming at you dolphin. We can maybe do it a couple different ways. I'm going to be painting on on canvas, but I'm going to do the sketch on paper. And when I'm starting out doing it, and you guys can reference a lot of dolphins and things maybe on the internet to get some other ideas. You know, we have all different kinds of dolphins. Like people think of dolphins as just being one type. But, you know, there's bottlenose and there's porpoises and there's like, you know, false killer whales and all these things swimming around. They all look actually a lot different. The dolphins I like to paint look more like little porpoises. And they're usually the ones that you see jumping out in front of the boat, you know, and stuff. The dolphins themselves the bottlenose dolphins are actually really long, and they have kind of a meaty section by the tail. And they just look a lot different. So mine are kind of like cartoon version. I think I might be drawing a little upside down, so bear with me. The first thing I do, so this is just going to be a rough sketch to just show you how I feel it out. I'm going to have him kind of starting out here, and they have that head that's just kind of, how's it? Oh, that's showing up nice. Everybody was having a problem with the pencil, so I decided to try this with the light blue pen. But I start out with the top of the head, you know, this bulbous area on the head, and I just kind of do this like shape, almost like it looks like a comet or something shape. Something like this. I'm gonna actually switch to a light green pen. So I start out with that shape, and that gives you the idea of him jumping through. And then I think of like the center line. This is actually kind of the center line, not the bottom. So usually what I do is I try to imagine this like this, and then come up and do something like this. So this is like almost like a bottom piece, and then his eye is going to be down here. But you can see how I'm really just kind of feeling it out. If I was doing this with pencil, I would just be really lightly doing this, kind of creating that little map, not necessarily a finished product, but feeling my way of how I want to do it. So then I think of his mouth kind of comes like this from where his eye is, and then goes all the way down kind of like this. And then you have the nose. And then, believe it or not, the bottom part of the mouth is actually juts out a little bit. So you end up with something like this. Now, there's no wrong to this. I mean, there's always going to be better, depending on if you're trying to get realism or not, or what type of dolphin. Don't stress about that. Just try to get this cartoony version. And then I kind of do a little jaw like this. His eye might be like this here. Starting to accent, and then you got his blowholes like right on the top, somewhere like that. Let's see if I can turn this around so everybody can see it better. I'll try to draw upside down for you so you're not looking at it backwards. I'm so proud of my system, but it's still not perfect. I'll get it as soon as I can. So then you got, of course, the top piece. And it's funny, I was teaching kids how to draw, and I had them guessing about what I was going to do next. I was like, what do you think goes here? And blowhole. So this is his dorsal fin, of course. And you kind of feel it out. Since I'm going upside down, it's kind of hard, but I'm actually having to look at the screen so it's right side up. But you can kind of see that, and the dolphin fin does have like a more of a fin like this. If you imagine a shark fin is actually kind of real straight like that, and the dolphin fin has more of a curve to it. Same thing with its side fin. You know, and I always make the side fins like really big, but they're actually not that big. Sometimes I like to put just a hint of the other one down the other side, but it actually kind of wouldn't be there. It'd be like more over here. So we'll not have that in there. This is an important part. So the tail, so shark fins go straight up and down, kind of like this, but dolphin fins are actually the opposite. So we're going to be looking, his body's folding over, and his fin is actually flat, so it goes like this, whereas a shark fin goes like this. Dolphin and whale fins go like that. So he's kind of doing something like this, and you could add a little meatier area there by his fin, but it's kind of like forced perspective, right? And you can, like, if I was sketching with pencil, I might fatten them up a little bit and try to figure out, okay, this is kind of all in a line, so maybe this is more here, kind of like that would be that center line of his head, if you guys can see that. And then his eye would, you know, you could see where the other eye would be over here somewhere. Sometimes I add another eye, like popping, which you wouldn't see that in real life, but like in a cartoon dolphin, you could actually add that. You might have bubbles coming out. And depending on what you want to, how you want to sketch this or what you want to create, he might be jumping through a wave, you know, so we might have like a water line that he's jumping through. And all this is water coming off, you know, something like this. Maybe he's underneath, maybe there's like another little baby dolphin and he's actually bent the other way and he's going, wee. So really have fun with this. You know, it's, you know, there's no real wrong. It's just kind of making it better. And as you do these, they'll get better and better. That's a little dolphin swimming there. And you can really see these little outlines. All you got to really think about is where the dorsal fin's going to go and where his side fins and his nose, and kind of get these little things. And you actually put one even further back, like there's a whole pod of them. And in the painting, this would just be like a little dark spot, you know, you'd have a whole bunch of them darkening through. Maybe there's one jumping back here. Whee! So you can see how much fun I'm starting to have. And some of mine, you might have other fish running by. You might have him chasing a fish here. And so what I'm trying to do is just give you like some inspiration of the type of scene you could be creating. It could be a bunch of fish, like they're all chasing fish. And, you know, there's lots of stuff. Maybe like there's a sun right here. So, you know, let's get rid of the shark fin. And there's like all of a sudden there's a sun shooting over. And then this is just bubbles and whatnot. So hopefully everybody's getting some ideas going. And I'm going to sketch another one. I'll leave this one right here. And I'm going to do another one on here with pencil so I can do it really fast while you guys catch up and get your sketch on there. And this would be a great time if anybody has any questions for me.
And I'm going to go ahead and just mention some of the names of people and where they're from, to show where all of our 90 participants that are on with us live right now. We have 90 people on. And
Wow.
Jody from Honolulu with her daughter, Sam from San Clemente, Sandy has joined us again from Bozeman, Montana.
Right on.
Which, as my good friend who lives in Montana, she calls it Montucky. So that's affectionately, of course. And we've got Carrie Jackson from Toronto. And we've got Santino, of course, our friend from Argentina. And Katie from Colorado. Another San Clementian, Leslie. Michelle in Nashville. And then we've got Coach CJ's back from Okinawa, Japan. And Crystal from Illinois. Oh my gosh, we've got so many people here from all over the world. It's just amazing. Brady from Baltimore. Baltimore is where I was born.
Wow, this is great. Well, hopefully everybody enjoys dolphins. And if you're having any trouble sketching, let me know. Hopefully this sketch is helping you. I'm just catching up over here, adding another sketch in pencil, and I'll get started painting. And I really kind of wanted to keep things kind of more simple for us and easy going. I know some of the projects have been hard, and sometimes when we have other guests on, it's hard to control and follow. So I kind of like these ones with just me and you guys. It's a little bit more simple. And I'm going to put a sun right behind the fin.
Say hi to our friend Ty out of San Diego. Ty, we haven't seen you in a long time.
Yeah, what's up, Ty? We'll be back in business before you know it.
Yeah, we miss having you come visit us. And also we have another person from Okinawa, Japan, Emilio. Emilio says it's 7 a.m. there. So, wow, you're getting started early today.
Yeah, thanks for, joining. I know for some people that's, whether you're on the East Coast or in Japan or some of our friends in Australia or even, Santino, I really appreciate you making the effort to be with us. This has been a kind of a grassroots movement to do something fun for all of us. And it's been wonderful. It's really been nice for me. All my friends are all locked down too, so they're not coming by. I'm used to having a lot of people and I'm used to surfing a lot. So I'm enjoying being with everybody. All right, so we have this sketch, and then I don't know if you can see my new sketch barely, but it's there. And I'm going to show you how I do dolphins and paint them. And I kind of liked it. Those of you who were with Chad Carruthers the other day, how he kind of painted things outside of the box. So he might paint his dolphin pink or green or, all kinds of colors, because he just does things so differently. So that was pretty inspiring. You can paint your dolphin any which way you want, but I'm going to do mine pretty traditional with blue, purple, and my white. I'm kind of missing my colors. Maria must have got in here.
Come on now.
Gotta watch that, Maria. She'll come in here and take pens.
I'll take all the colors. I want to mention a couple more people from far away. Lennox from Adelaide, South Australia.
Wow.
We also have somebody here from South Africa, Brendan from Durban, South Africa.
Wow, that's cool. Thanks for joining us, Brendan.
Yeah.
I love South Africa. It's really exciting to me because I've been to most of these places, and I always want to go back. South Africa was definitely one of my favorites, and South Australia was also one of my favorites. Surfing Bells Beach and that area, Phillip Island, and going down to the 12 Apostles, and
And we have Mick on from Sydney, Australia, and we sure had a good time in Sydney, didn't we?
Yeah, we were at where were we staying? Freshy Beach.
Yep, love it there.
All right, so I'm going to start out on this color, and what I want to show you is I start out same way I always do, which is dark to light in my blend. So I'm starting out with this blend of dark blue to purple to light blue to white. And what I do is there's this bisecting line that I have on his body. And you really see this in all fish and even dolphins too, is their underbelly is lighter than their top. It's like the top is darker and the bottom is lighter. So I'm going to do that separation of that. And I do this little movement line, which is kind of like that. Now, you don't have to do those things, but I'll just tell you how I do it. And then from there, I'm going to add a little bit of purple, not a whole lot, just enough to add some difference. And then I'm going to come with the light blue, and let me make sure I'm doing this upside down, so bear with me. I'm looking in the camera to see if I can get it so you can see the blend. And there's a little green left over, which is fine. And I'm going to go half in and half out. Now, I use this stroke line, which is going down the back of the dolphin, to make it seem like it's got movement to it. And since my tip of my pen is dark, I might add that right underneath his dorsal fin. And you might notice if you're doing in pencil, the pencil might pick up a little bit of the dark and kind of darken up your light blue a little bit if you're using that color. Now, you don't have to use these colors. You can do like Chad and paint anything any way you want. There's no rules. This exercise is all about, being creative and practicing. So I encourage you to try some different things. So something like that. I might add some white. Lots of gray on my white, so I'll clean it off. And that lightens it up even a little bit more.
We have 2 questions for you, Drew.
Yeah, let's hear them.
One from, oh, I'm going to totally butcher your name, and I apologize. I apologize right now. But Glossia is asking if you don't like the result of your Posca paint on your surfboard, can you erase it, or how would you fix the mistake?
Yeah, that's a great question. Thank you. So yeah, you can fix it. So the great thing about the Posca pens is they're water-based. So if you started something on your surfboard or even your canvas, you could spray it down with Windex and with a little bit of effort, clean it off pretty well. And so if you started a painting and you totally hate it, it's not the end of the world. It's pretty easy. Like if I sprayed Windex on this right now, it would come off easily. It would also take the pencil off. And so that's a good note that you can always do that. Sometimes if it's been sitting, like let's say you started something and then you let it sit, it would be a lot harder to get off. As long as you haven't sealed it with the acrylic clear yet, it is able to come off. And even if you have sealed it with acrylic clear, you can get it off, but you would have to use acetone, which is, you know, pretty heavy chemical. Please use gloves if you use acetone. And if you didn't want to use acetone, you could actually wet sand it off, which is a lot more effort, but it's still doable. So cool.
Thanks, Drew. Our other question's from Jenny, and she's wondering about tips on how to give the dolphins different facial expressions, angry or laughing ones. I've never seen an angry dolphin.
Yeah, so if you can see, let me just accent mine right here. So the first sketch I did, I didn't have his mouth open. But the second one is his mouth's open. So you can kind of see I did this and I made it like really open, like really crazy open. And then, you know, if you have a line that's going up like that, that's going to be happy. You know, if you have it going down, it's going to definitely be sad. That works too for whatever angle his mouth is. Same with the eye. So if you have an eye and he's got like a line below it like this, it's usually a happy eye. And the opposite, if his eye is like this and then like that, it's more of a, you know, unhappy. And those subtleties in the line, sometimes you don't even mean to make something look mean and you accidentally do. Just be aware of how to fix it. You know, you just round it up to make it happy and you round it down to make it kind of more angry or upset. Real simple stuff. Sometimes I used to fill pages of notebook paper full of those kind of ideas to practice how to make things look happy or sad, or, you know, just be surprised to like, okay, well, how does this look? How does that look? And doodling is actually one of the funnest things that you can do. So you can see here, I'm adding the bottom part of my dolphin, and I'm kind of making it totally different color scheme on the bottom than I did at the top. And that's really to, you know, allow me some diversity, because if I made them all the same color, he wouldn't be as cool.
Douglas asked, what kind of board are you drawing on and where can you get it?
This is just a cheap canvas board. You can pretty much get these at any art supply store, including like a mass market like Michael's or something like that. There's many different brands. I know this one's not a Frederick's. This is a art alternative. So this is more of a cheap one. The Frederick's canvases are more high end. So if you're really wanting to do a nice painting, you probably use a Frederick's one. But for these types of projects, even you could just paint on pretty much anything. These canvases are really cheap. So, you know, you can buy them, you know, like 10 at a time for like $20 or something. They're really fun to be able to crank out a bunch of ideas without feeling guilty. I sent some of these to my mom. My mom might be on here somewhere.
I think your mom is on here.
Mom, I hope you're using the canvases. You were saying that you didn't want to use them. You're saving them for something. It's totally okay if you use them. I will send you more.
We can send you plenty, all that you need, Mom.
So you guys can see my dolphin kind of coming alive here.
It looks great.
Huh. And you can see how it's kind of like foreshortened. So I'm going to do his fins now, and his fins I'm kind of have like shadowed out.
And I want to remind everybody that if you want to share your art, show what you're working on, or show it and ask Drew a question about how to make it better, just hit the raise hand function or write in the chat that you'd like to share, and we will spotlight you.
Yeah, hopefully everybody has the routine down. There might be some new people here, but this
Yeah,
is
we have a lot of new people on tonight.
well, great, because this is a collaborative thing. I'm really here to answer questions and really giving you this platform to share with other people. And don't be afraid to share, because your sharing helps other artists, because it gives them other ideas. It sees everybody's probably struggling with similar things, and being able to see the different ways in which you've handled those ideas helps other people. And so please share. It is really good.
Joe Bergman is on, and isn't Joe the one who won the print last week?
I think so. Yeah.
And
We need
Joe,
his address.
Joe, if you're listening, you won the art print last week that we were giving away, and we did email you, but you never responded. Look for that email so you can send us your address so we can mail it to you. And also I wanted to say, Joe said he invited 20 people to your Facebook page. Thanks,
Oh, wow.
Joe. We appreciate that. We want more of that, please. Thank you. Every little bit helps.
Yeah, especially during this time, just like everyone else, our business was extremely affected. And this was our way of reaching out to people and, feeling like we could do something positive during this time. We're very fortunate that Posca, which has been supporting me for many years, agreed that this was a good thing to do. And they got behind this and helped us do it. Gave us the okay so we could share pens with people, because I knew that people were going to have problems getting art supplies. And so we still ship, and we still are selling pens.
Yeah, we're shipping every single day. So if you order your Poscas from us, we ship every day, so you will get it really quick.
Yeah.
And you can order them from BrophyArtAcademy.com.
Yeah.
And Drew and I personally pack your orders ourselves. And Drew usually rides the packages to the post office on his bicycle.
On my bike, yeah.
Truth. He absolutely does, unless we have too many and then we have to take the car.
But
Bennett wants to share. Can we bring Bennett on right now?
absolutely.
Okay, Bennett, are you ready?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Bennett. I did this,
Oh yeah, the shark. Cool.
and I did this also.
Right on.
Closer so they could see.
Yeah, that looks good, man.
And I did the dolphins.
You did the dolphin. I like the green dolphin.
I didn't know what color to do the other one, so I just did it green.
Yeah, I think I saw a green dolphin at the nuclear power plant once. He was glowing. Oh, I like the alien turned out really cool in the background too, and the other painting.
Oh, I forgot it was even there. Here, this is, I'm still trying to finish my flower.
Oh man, that is awesome.
I was pretty psyched. I thought it was going to come out horrible when I started, but
So you guys' back wall is going to look like my back wall before you know it.
yeah, they're actually all hanging in my garage with my metal stuff.
Right on, man. Well, thanks for joining us, guys.
Yep.
Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you.
That's rad. All right, so I'm continuing on with my dark blue and light blue and adding bubbles. And so the real secret to this is just to keep moving forward and using the colors that that you have in your hand while you have them. So that's this color combination that I'm still having, and I'm looking and just scanning like, oh, what else do I want to paint using these colors? And, you know, when I'm sitting here listening to music, I'm just sitting there bouncing around. Yeah, what's up? And the next thing you know is I'm like, okay, I've done everything with these colors that I can. So, well, what's next? And so this, I'm going to put the gray down, and I'll kind of keep the purple, and I need a black. So what I'm going to do is do the underwater everywhere, and I'm going to make this maybe dark. And then I have the sun here, so I'm going to have a light spot, almost like it's half underwater, brightly lit. And since I used purple on this one, I want to get rid of the purple, and I want to change it up, and I'm going to use green. And you'll see me do this a lot in my paintings, really just changing the color just so that it's not clashing with something. So this whole thing, I'm going to do a little separated waterline, which is here. And this just kind of gives me an idea where everything is. And so everything below this line is going to be water. And we want it to flow. So that whole thing is going to be flowing from, you know, dark to light. But I'm not going to go up and down like this. It's going to go side by side and flow. So let me get this bottom dark. I want it all dark.
Drew, Mickey's wondering what music you like to listen to when you're painting.
Well, it really depends. It's a really important part of my painting. It's a really good question. Since I'm on the computer here, I'm not able to listen to music, which actually kind of messes me up. But when I'm painting, I usually try to pick something that matches what I'm trying to paint or the vibe. And so usually it's something happy, or it's, you know, I really like old rock and roll, like Led Zeppelin and stuff. And I like painting to that because it keeps me moving. Because I also like, you know, reggae and stuff like that as well. But sometimes if I'm listening to something like Jack Johnson or reggae that's too slow, I start painting slow. And that's not really good as an illustrator. I need to get these things done. So it's not like I have days and days to work on these things. It's more like I got to get these things done really fast. So I like listening to everything, but if I need something done fast, I might even put in something super fast. And, you know, like Pantera, get a painting finished. And if I'm not in a hurry and it's all mellow, you know, I might throw Jack Johnson or somebody like that in there.
Okay, Rita wants to share. Are we ready?
All right.
All right, Rita.
Yeah.
Hey, Rita.
Hi.
You probably seen some dolphins down there in Oceanside.
Pretty good, pretty good. So I'm doing kind of a night scene.
Oh, yeah.
So I started with the sky afterwards. I don't have any detail yet. So that's going to be the moon, that white circle behind him. And then I'll do the underwater
Perfect.
after.
Yeah, that's going to look great.
Thank you. Yeah, it's very fun, very fun.
Yeah, you know, Christian Lassen did a lot of night scenes with waves and dolphins and stuff. And I can remember, like, thinking those things were, like, the coolest paintings. So also that backlit look, even with the sun or the moon, is just a really great technique and medium to be able to kind of play with the light. Those guys in Hawaii really did a great job of playing with that light.
So we got a question from Lennox, and Lennox wants to know, and if you don't mind, Drew, I'll just answer this question. Lennox wants to know when we're going to be restocking our surfboard kits, surfboard painting kits. So the quick answer is we're not sure yet. We're working on that. We had a distributor that was going to produce them for us, and then this whole world shutdown thing happened. So we'll get back to you on that. But in the meantime, what you can do is you can buy the 7M gift boxes that we have on BrophyArtAcademy.com. And when you buy the one that comes with the online course, there's a course that teaches you how to paint surfboards. It's about an 8 to 10 hour online course with Drew.
Yeah.
So I'll write that. I'll put a link to that in the chat, so you can find it. So you can find that 7M surfboard kit.
Yeah, and there's only, I know that there's one store in the United States that still has some surfboard boxes, and that is Catalyst Surf Shop in San Clemente. They're shut down, but I know they are still trying to do some of the orders. I don't know how on it they are right now with the lockdown, but I know that there's like 6 or 7 of those kits left, which is that's all that out of all the ones that we made a few hundred of them, and those are the only ones left at this time. The surfboard kit was always something I dreamed of doing because, you know, you have to imagine that painting with these pens didn't used to exist. And then I got a hold of them and I started painting surfboards. And I just thought it was just a better way to paint, and not just surfboards, but everything. I started designing, you know, t-shirt designs, and it was just so intuitive to me. And it took the intimidation out of painting for me anyway. And that's why I like to share this technique and this process and the pens themselves, just because it's giving more people access to art, and it's allowing you to feel the confidence and really satisfaction of completing something and feeling like you're halfway decent at it, and allows you to be motivated to keep going. And then from there, you might get good enough to where you actually want to spend the money on some other materials like oils and stuff like this, without buying all those materials and getting frustrated too early before you get that satisfaction of completion. And that's why I'm such a big advocate for painting with Posca pens. I really do feel it's like one of the best ways to introduce people to art.
So Dubs wants to share. Are we ready for Dubs? Dubs, are ready for us?
My good buddy.
Yeah.
What are you working on, brother?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Oh yeah, you got
done this, yeah.
You're already done. Would you get a head start on me? It's looking good.
I'm beating you, man.
How's life in
yeah, thanks. We can see it. Yeah. So.
How's everything? How's
What's
everything
up?
in Florida?
You know, everybody's in different sections of Florida. The big cities like Miami, they're all shut down. But like in my little town, surf town, it's like it's still active. People are like still running and walking the bridges. And, you know.
Can you surf?
Huh?
Are you allowed to surf?
Yeah. So the beaches are closed. Like the parking lots are closed, but people are still jumping the gate and surfing. You know. So,
yeah, it's so sad. All the kids were at the skate park, and the city got a dump truck and dumped dirt and into the skate park.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some people pretty mad about that.
Yeah, they do.
Well, good to see you, Dubs.
Hey,
I'm going to spotlight you one more time. Hold your painting up for me, because I want to take a picture.
You see it?
Don't mind.
All right, you good.
All right, got it.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Dubs.
Yeah. Guys. Much love, much love.
Yeah, man. We'll see you soon. So Dove's been painting with me for a long time. I met him years and years ago, and he took one of the classes with me. I don't know how many years ago.
It was
but
2012.
2012, and he's been painting ever since. He's a good beach advocate down there in Stewart, and so he cleans the beaches and paints a lot of people's surfboards. So if you're down in that area and you need some surfboards painted, Dubsatized. Go to his Instagram page.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go to Jared. Jared wants to show a surfboard.
Hey.
Hi,
Hey,
Jared.
Jared. Let's see what you're working on. Yeah, we can hear you.
Awesome. Drew, hey, man, I just want to say thanks for all that you do. You truly inspire me. And you hit on it a minute ago when you said that, these Posca pens lead to some other mediums. And that was totally true for me, man. I found your art just a few years ago, and I had never been introduced to painting at all, just drawing, doodling and stuff.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I saw your stuff and said, man, that's just really cool. It really stands out to me. So I grabbed some paint pens from you guys, and I've been going at it ever since. So anyway, look, I just finished this surfboard. And
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can see it.
Yeah, that looks great, man. Yeah, look at the little guy.
Yeah. And then, hold on.
Got
this chair in the way.
You got the bird in there, the skeleton surfer.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see the guy in the hot air balloon. That's me looking through a little
Yeah.
little thing there.
About to get eaten.
Bird.
Oh, the bird's epic. My bird's the favorite.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, so listen, my question is, also, what do I put on this to finish it? Because it's still sort of like dry. It's dry, but it's like, it can get scratched up and stuff. And
Yeah,
so that's why I'm like, what?
So right here, this is just acrylic clear.
Okay.
You can get this at any hardware store, and you want to get the satin version. There's lots of different brands. This one's Rust-Oleum satin acrylic clear, and Krylon's probably my favorite. It goes on a little bit smoother. Krylon takes a little bit longer to dry. But there's lots of versions. So just go to the hardware store and get this, and you want to do about 3 coats on there.
Okay.
And
Awesome.
and don't bury it. Don't like just soak it in there. Do light coats. And
Just like a mist.
yeah, you
Or,
want
like when you say like light, like how far away do I want to be? Because I don't want it to drip.
yeah. So do it flat, number one. So spray it let the board's flat, and do it like a machine. So like when I do it, you're moving. You're like shh, and you do it like bands.
Like don't hold it in one place.
Yeah, don't do like all like this because it won't be even. You treat it
Okay.
like a machine, like you're shh, shh, and then you go around the other side and spray the other side. Let it dry for about 5 minutes. Do it again, and then for me, I actually wet sand it with like 600 grit sandpaper after the second coat. I feel it,
600.
touch it up, and then do another coat. So, it's pretty methodical, and, if you do it right, it'll stay on there while you surf. If you do it wrong, it'll start to peel up a little bit.
So can I show you one more?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know if you could see it. My little girl wanted me to show you this one, so I recently done that one too.
Oh, that is
Okay.
awesome.
Hold it still for a second. Keep
Look,
it.
it's the whole family.
Yeah,
Uh,
and that's actually somewhere over the rainbow.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm told.
Yeah. And so where are you located at?
North Beach, Maryland.
Oh, right on, man.
Another
Yeah, I
Marylander. How come you don't have that funny Maryland accent?
Well, because I've actually bounced around quite a bit. We actually just moved from California. My wife works for the government, so we actually are, we're here because she works for the Veterans Affairs. But she did work out in Sacramento just probably 3 months ago. So we just came from the West Coast, made it out here, and settled in just in time to get locked down.
Oh my gosh.
Well, there's
Wow.
there's some beautiful beaches out there. So when it lockdown lifts up, go explore.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like to do a lot of stand-up paddleboarding. Not a lot of surfing, but stand-up paddleboarding and stuff.
Well, you're in a good spot for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Right on. Well, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, thanks, Jared.
Well, so I'm moving on to my son area here. And so I'm started with a different color combination, orange, yellow to white. And I'm going to do this and start blending it. And you're going to see the dolphin's really going to pop. And you can see how methodical I've gone since we've been painting. And this process, if you use it, it allows you to stay in control of your painting. You know what you're about to do next. You know what it needs. And you just keep going around. So I'm painting using this stroke line going all the way to the center. I don't want to go sideways. I want to do all the stroke consistent. So if the center is somewhere like here, like I'm trying to get it so I can see it in the thing. So let's say the center is at the bottom of this. I want all the stroke marks to go towards that point, if that makes sense to everybody. And then that yellow starts to kind of get nice and clean. I'm going to do the same thing here. Same thing here. But you can see how you can use those stroke marks really to add texture to your painting. All right, so now I need orange.
Okay, Glossia wants to share. Are we ready?
Sure.
Her? Hi.
Hey. How are you?
Wait a minute. There we go.
There you
Hi,
are.
I'm good.
Now we can hear you.
So what's the proper way to say your name?
Glossia.
Glossia, yes.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, same. So yeah, I've been trying to follow you.
Oh, you're good.
The cartooning and the blending is not my thing yet, so that's what I'm working on. And what I did last night, I put Mod Podge on the page.
Yeah.
So it works really well. It actually.
So it's not soaking in as much, right?
Not at all. It
That's
flows
good.
really nice, and it actually stays moist for a while, so I can actually work with it.
Oh, good.
I wanted to show you something else, though.
Sure.
And you'll see, like, it's very different than what we're doing, so it's...
You can take me to the neighbor's house and introduce me to everyone.
I just have to go across to the other room, so... and there you go.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that's looking really nice.
Wow, it's gorgeous.
And that's all with Posca pens as well, yeah.
That's no Posca pens, and it's just a bunch of dots. So I've always worked with the tiny ones. The little one, the 1M and the 3M. So, yeah.
And where are you joining us from?
I'm in Orlando, Florida.
Orlando, right on. Well, thank you for sharing, and can't wait to see your pieces when they're finished.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. God, that is so great just seeing everybody's work, and everybody's somewhere else, and we're all in this together, like painting, stuck inside. And it's a real treat that technology is allowing us to do this. Thank you, Zoom.
So Danielle said, this is my first time using Posca Paint Pens, and I am not an artist, but I'm trying. Why are my pens acting like markers?
I wonder if that means she's getting the stroke line. It is paint inside the paint pen, so it's not marker ink. I'm guessing your question is that you're getting like these little bands, and that means they might be a little dry, but the more you work it, the less bandy it gets. And I was saying earlier that I use that technique to create texture with those bands, kind of like I'm doing here with this one. If you see what I'm doing, let's see if I can hold it up. Let's see, nice and close, but right there you can see I'm getting a little bit of band effect, and I'm trying to soften it out with this tip of this pen.
You're out of the frame a little bit.
Yeah, it's hard to do. There we go.
That's better. There you go.
It's hard working with all these cameras.
You're getting good at it.
So if you can kind of see how I'm like getting that out, and then I'll come with the next pen, the yellow, and then I'll blend it even more. Let's see if I can, there we go.
And you're a little out of the frame again.
Yeah. But that's how I do it. So don't get frustrated. You'll get the hang of it. Blending is the #1 asked question, but when you get the hang of it, all of a sudden you got all these possibilities. And in order to blend, it all has to be wet at once. That's why I don't try to worry about the whole painting at once. I just work on one little thing at a time.
So we have about 10 minutes left, and I wanted to invite anyone who wants to show your work before we say goodbye to raise your hand, or okay, we got a couple hand raised that quick. Ask and they will show up. Okay, and before I bring Santino on, who's going to be next, I wanted to say, let's see. Wait a minute, I want to read something. Okay, AJ wrote, I'm on watercolor paper, so I'm not getting blending. Is there a way to cure the paper so I can get more blend? And by the way, AJ's from Pacific Beach. AJ said, I got your 15 pack of the 7M pens a few weeks ago.
Oh, right on. Yeah, so AJ, the paper usually soaks in the paint. So what you can do is you could take the same type of satin clear, or I've even used hairspray back when I didn't have this, to seal it up and to prevent the paint from soaking in. And so paper is not the best medium for this, but if you do that step, you'll be able to blend a lot better. Painting on surfboards was my introduction to doing this, and it worked great on fiberglass. It works great on skateboards or any type of wood. It works great on canvas, painting on metal, so all kind of upcycling, so if you're finding all kind of scrap things to paint on, it works really well. But yeah, for the paper, just try sealing it, and you'll be able to blend a lot better on paper.
Okay, now we're going to bring our friend Santino on. Santino, you ready? Hi.
Hey, man.
Unmute. Hang on. Let's see.
He knows.
Hello.
There you go.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm working on the surfboard.
Oh, right on. Right over the fin. I love it.
So I'm going to do kind of like a bubble.
Uh-huh.
So then I can paint the rest of the board with something else.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do like a bubble with a dolphin, and then maybe do like other bubbles. So then I can do something else next to it.
Yeah. So you just have a big like bubble tail.
I did the flowers the other day.
Yeah. Man, those look awesome. Good job.
Then I combined it with the shark.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. How fun. Chad's really good, huh?
Yeah, it was super fun.
So all these guys that I've had on here are like my friends for a long time that, we've all become successful artists together. So it's really nice to hook up with them and share those guys with you, all of you.
Okay, now we're going to go to iPad 5. iPad 5. Hi.
Hello, Rod from Canada.
Right on.
Well, what I wanted to really show you was, I got inspired by Chad the other day and started on a kind of a custom culture type board here.
Yeah, that's
power and stuff.
I like how sharp your rose is. It's almost like a little torpedo there.
Thanks.
Yeah. Let's see your dolphin again. He's got character. I can almost see like a little word bubble of him saying something.
Okay, I could do that, sure.
Like, how you doing, folks?
Excellent.
Awesome. Right. Thank you. All right, now I'm going to go to Sam Sherrod in San Clemente, California.
What's up, Sam?
Hello, unmuting. You should be unmuted. Wait a minute. Did I do it right? Hold on.
Let's see what you got, Sam.
All right, now we can hear you.
Whoa.
All right.
I love the sun. Holy smokes.
Yeah, I left a little space right here. I think I'm gonna put a cloud, and I just put down some purple. Haven't had time to blend it yet.
Yeah.
So
that
I'm gonna
looks
go
really,
darker under here.
yeah, that looks really good, man.
Cool, thank
Wow.
you.
Yeah, you got a nice long dolphin there. He's got a good shape to him. Put some more splashes underneath him. Maybe put a little splash where he's coming out of the water.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that like the last thing I put on here.
You could even put a surfer like underneath him, like freaking out, like he's jumping over the surfer.
That'd be sick. That's happened to my dad.
Yeah, that'd be. You can do that and then give it to him. It'll be a memory for him.
Yeah.
Right on,
Cool.
man. Thanks for
All
joining us.
right, we're gonna
Yeah,
go
thank
to
you, Drew.
Keone next. Keone, how are you?
How are you? I'm enjoying this dolphin.
All right. Keeps. What does it say? Keep surfer.
It says my name, but I'm going to take it off because it was another drawing I made when I was little, and
That's
I'm
good,
drawing the
too.
other side.
Perfect,
Thank
man.
you. I'm going to do like five dolphins.
Mhm.
All my family. This is my mom.
Oh, cool. That's a good idea, man.
Thank you.
Make sure
Beautiful.
you post it when you're done.
Yeah,
Sure.
thanks. All right, now we're gonna go to Jody. Wait a minute, did I get Jody? Hold on. Yeah.
There she
Hi,
is.
Jody.
Hi.
You draw a
Hey, just
Hawaiian,
thank you.
Hawaiian dolphin?
Yes, thank you for the paint pens. I can receive them.
All right,
That's
great.
great. You were one of the winners.
Yeah.
So I just want to thank you.
Oh, that is awesome. See, you took the advice. You've been officially Chad influenced.
Yeah, I love color, so I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna use color in a different way, you know.
Yeah. How freaked out would you be if you saw that dolphin swim up?
I would probably be kind of freaked out, but at the same time excited.
You know, they have pink dolphins in the Pearl River in Hong Kong.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's probably one place I would like to go see.
Yeah, she got Maria. Show her the shoes. Go back to her. Go back to Jody.
Okay, hold on. Oh, there we go.
Wow, those came out great, Jody.
Thank you.
Amazing.
And what kind of shoes are they? Are they just some type of slippers, or
They're Sketcher Bobs.
Sketcher Bobs? That is awesome.
Cool.
And so you're gonna seal those so that you can wear them in the rain?
Yeah, we're seal. I sealed them before so that the paint doesn't get soaking up, and then I'm gonna seal them again.
Good job.
Thank you.
All
All right, thanks. We're gonna go to Erin now. Erin, hi.
Hello.
Hey, my son wanted to show his, and
Oh
mine,
wow, look at that. You got a little fish he's chasing?
yeah,
Hold it up one more
mine didn't
time.
turn out so well because I had paper, and anyway, but this I don't think I showed. This was when we did the
Oh yeah.
the sunrise, and then the other day I went back. We've missed them live, but I did that with the Chris Dyer like
Oh
one
yeah.
other day.
That is nice.
I love that. That is so something I would hang on my wall.
Oh, thank you.
I'm stoked that you guys can paint together. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to try to go back and catch up.
All right. Thanks for
All right.
joining us.
We're gonna go to John now. John, you ready? Hi, John. What's
Hey,
up?
guys? How are you?
Good.
You said you wanted to do dolphins today, so I figured I'd put them on a football helmet.
Oh, perfect. Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, I like your dolphin better than their dolphin, so
Yeah, I think we could dress up their helmets a little bit.
I think so. That's what I'm trying to do.
I think we could dress up all the NFL's helmets.
That'd be tight. That'd be nice.
I wonder who has the coolest one. I'm trying to think. I don't know.
Find out. All right, we're gonna go to Shaka now. Shaka, you ready? Shaka, did you get those paint pens we sent you, or did they come yet?
No, these ones are mine of last year. My dad went and they buy this, and I'm working on this dolphin.
Oh, that is good, man. It looks like you've seen a dolphin before. You painted him really well.
Yes, I saw one.
Yeah, where'd you see it?
Yes, I
Yeah.
saw one in Australia
Oh,
because my
cool.
sister is studying architecture
Yeah.
in Australia in Bond University,
Mm-hmm.
and we went in a boat and we saw dolphins.
It's all dolphins. It's cool when they jump out of the water, isn't it? They're
Yes,
happy.
but they kind of didn't jump. They were down of the water and they stick the fin outside the water.
Yeah, so they could breathe.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us. It looks good.
Thanks. All right, let's say hi to Carrie Jackson. Carrie, if you are ready, we are coming for you. There you are. Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
How y'all doing?
Good. And I'm here with my son, Ethan.
Hey,
Hi, Ethan.
Ethan crushed it. Look at that. That dolphin's good.
It's not done yet. I still have to do the water, but
Yeah.
a work in progress.
Yeah, that's what it is. Sometimes I had a friend of mine that painted space dolphins. It kind of reminds me of space dolphins.
Nice.
Yeah, so he made it like stars and stuff, and pretty neat. What about, did Mom paint something too? What do you got?
I did.
Let's see it. Oh,
Whoop.
yeah. There we go. Yours kind of looks like a shark.
Or
No, you know what
whale
it
or
looks like
something.
is the false killer whales.
I know.
The false killer whales, they don't have a beak. They just have, they look like dolphins without the little nose.
This is what our dolphins in Lake Ontario look like.
Oh, wow. So you'll have dolphins in Lake.
I'm just kidding.
I was like, wow. I would have to come up there and see them if they were. Is that where you guys are at?
Yeah, Toronto. Bring a heavy duty wetsuit.
Yeah, I got a 5 mil suit. I'll come up there and surf.
Sweet.
I surfed in Lake Michigan and Lake Superior.
Okay.
I tried to surf in Lake Erie, but it was too small, and I didn't make it to Lake Ontario. But I bet you somewhere on that lake, there's waves at some point of the year.
There are winter, heavy storms in the wintertime.
All right.
Okay, so we're going to go to the last person, Mariah. If you're ready, Mariah.
Hey, Mariah.
Hi.
Oh, you got 2 dolphins and a little fish.
Oh, that's cute.
I like it. Are you having fun? Yeah. So you're going to fill in the water? What color are you going to do the water?
Probably a very light blue.
All right. A nice, pretty light blue. I like it.
Perfect.
We'll take a picture of it when you're finished.
All right.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. So it looks like everybody's doing a great job. They did more than I did. I'm not even finished with mine.
All right, we're going to finish in like 2 minutes, but I want to quickly squeeze 2 more people in, if that's
please
okay. So I want to get Kiara. Kiara Davis. Hi, Kiara.
Hey.
Hi.
Let's see what you're working on.
Okay, so I did a different species of dolphin. It's a snub fin dolphin.
A snub fin. I love it.
Yeah.
And
I'm not done yet, but.
And he's red and pink. It's perfect. I
Cool.
love it.
Thank you. All right. And then our last person is Jason. Jason, you ready? What's up, Jason?
Hey, how's it going?
Let's see how it's going. Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's coming together. It's just a bathroom tile.
Oh, it is. So it's like, how's it working on the tile? Nice, huh?
Yeah, nice and smooth. I like it.
Your dolphin looks like he's flying.
Yes,
He's getting
so
some
far.
airtime.
Yeah, I should put some clouds in there.
Yeah. Good job, man.
Joe, thanks.
Yeah, man, this is so great that we have so many people from everywhere. And, you know, this whole exercise of painting with everybody has worked out way better than I ever imagined. It's allowing us the opportunity to all be creative and share some ideas. If you have any ideas for us to that you would like to see, or any artist you would like us to get on here, please ask.
Yeah,
We'll try to do that.
If there's an artist that you really would love for us to have as a featured guest, let us know. Just send us an email, hello@brophyartacademy.com, or send a message on Instagram.
Yeah.
Drew Brophy's Instagram or Brophy Art Academy Instagram.
And it's really great to see some of the people who won pens and seeing them use them.
Yeah.
So somebody else is going to win some.
Somebody's going to win this box of 15 paint pens in this box.
Yeah, 7M, the big thick ones that I like.
These big ones.
And
right here.
it's picked randomly by random number generating.
Absolutely randomly.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to mention one more thing is if you need to order more paint pens or if you want to get, we have some of these left. These are
the mini
surfboards, and we sell them in packs and party packs. So if you want them, just go to brophyartacademy.com and we ship every day.
Yeah. So thanks everyone.
Thanks for being here.
Can't wait to see.
We'll see you Friday.
Yeah, all your work finished. All right.
Yeah. All right.
Till next time.
Bye.